Environment, Our Future, India's Challenges and Hopes. This World Environment Day, with its theme, Our Land, Our Future, Restoring Our Earth, is a call to action for all of us in India. By understanding the issues we face, supporting positive actions, and making conscious choices in our daily lives, we, the young generation, can contribute to a healthier environment and a more secure future for India. Recent weather challenges. Unpredictable rains. Flash floods. In 2024, there were severe flash floods in parts of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand during the monsoon. Roads were damaged and many people were affected. Even cities like Bangalore and Delhi have seen severe waterlogging after short intense bursts of rain in the past few years, turning roads into rivers. Unseasonal rains. In March this year, parts of Punjab and Haryana received heavy rains and hailstorms, which was worrying for the farmers as their wheat crop was ready for the harvest. Cloudbursts. Imagine a giant bucket of water suddenly emptying from the sky in one small area. Earlier this year, a few villages in the Garhwal region of Uttarakhand experienced devastating cloudbursts leading to landslides. Drought. Over the past 5 years, regions like Bundelkhand, which is partly in UP and MP, and Marathwada in Maharashtra have repeatedly faced drought like conditions, leading to water scarcity for drinking and farming. Excessive summers. Just this past April and May, many North Indian cities have been under severe heat wave. Temperatures crossed 45 degrees Celsius in many places. Unpredictable winters. Sometimes winters are very cold with dense fog, disrupting travel, like we saw in Delhi and much of North India during December 2023 and January 24. Other times, the cold spells is shorter than expected. Why is our weather changing so much? The Anthropogenic Era, the age of humans. Anthropogenic means caused by humans. Our activities are now the main force changing the Earth's environment. The greenhouse effect and global warming. Certain gases like carbon dioxide or CO2 from burning petrol, diesel, coal in our atmosphere trap the sun's heat like a blanket. This is natural and good. But human activities since the Industrial Revolution have released a lot of extra CO2. For example, India's energy needs are growing, and while we are building more solar plants, we still rely a lot on coal power plants which release CO2. So, more gases equal to thicker blanket equal to Earth gets warmer. This is global warming. Rising temperatures, land and sea. Land surface temperature increase. The ground air and air are getting hotter. Causes in India, more greenhouses gas are trapping heat. Deforestation, cutting down forests for farming, roads like new highways being built, and cities. For instance, there have been concerns about forest cover in some parts of Western Ghats or central India due to development projects over the last 5 years. Urban heat island effect. Big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, with lots of concrete, absorb more heat and become hotter than surrounding areas. Sea surface temperature increase. The water in the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal is getting warmer. Causes oceans absorb most of the extra heat. Effects for India. Warmer seas can lead to more intense cyclones. We've seen powerful cyclones like Taukte in the Arabian Sea and Yas or Remal in the Bay of Bengal, causing significant damage to coastal states like Odisha, West Bengal, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. It affects fish populations, impacting fishermen's livelihood. It can change rain patterns and influence our vital monsoons. Focus on our lifeline, the monsoon. Why is monsoon so important for India? It fills our rivers, like the Ganga and Yamuna, getting water from monsoon-fed Himalayan tributaries and dams, giving us water for drinking and electricity. Crucial for kharif crops like rice, maize, and cotton. A good monsoon often means a good year for the Indian economy. This year's monsoon, the early arrival buzz. Monsoons seem to arrive a bit early in some parts of India this year, or is predicted to. Let's understand the reasons why. Possible reasons for an early or changed monsoon onset. Stronger land heating. If North and Central India get unusually hot in May, it creates a strong low pressure area that can pull the monsoon winds from the sea earlier. Sea temperatures. Warmer than usual temperature in the Arabian Sea can provide more moisture and energy for the monsoon. Big weather patterns. The Madden-Julian oscillation. A very large, slow moving band or pulse of clouds, rainfall, winds, and pressure that travels eastwards around the Earth near the equator, mainly over the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. This is the Madden-Julian oscillation. It's like a giant weather wave in the tropics. This wave has an active phase, which brings more clouds and rainfall, and an inactive phase, which brings clearer, drier weather. It typically takes about 30 to 60 days for the MJO wave to move all the way around the globe. How it affects India's monsoons. If the active phase of the MJO is located over the Arabian Sea, when our monsoon season is about to begin, it can give an extra boost to the monsoon winds, helping them to become stronger and advance into India. This can sometimes lead to an earlier or more vigorous start to the monsoon. If the inactive phase is present, it might delay or weaken the monsoon start. Scientists at the institutes like the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology in Pune track the MJO very closely. El Nino and La Nina. These are the two opposite faces of the complex weather pattern that occurs in the Pacific Ocean and has a big impact on global weather, including our monsoon. They are part of the something called the El Nino Southern Oscillation, ENSO. El Nino. This happens when the surface water in the central and eastern part of the tropics of Pacific Ocean become unusually warmer than normal for an extended period. Think of it like a large area of the ocean developing a bit of fever. This changes the pattern of rainfall and atmospheric circulation around the world. Impact on India's monsoon. El Nino conditions are often, though not always, tied to a weaker summer monsoon rainfall in India and can sometimes cause delays in its arrival. La Nina. This is the opposite of El Nino. It happens when the surface water in some part of the Pacific Ocean become unusually cooler than normal. Impact on India's monsoon. La Nina conditions are often associated with a stronger than normal summer monsoon in India or a timely one. Challenges in the anthropogenic era. What we face in India. More extreme weather. As the earth warms, India is seeing more intense and frequent extreme weather events. The increasing frequency of cyclones hitting our coasts over the last 5 years is a clear example. Water scarcity. Even with flash floods in some areas, others face severe shortage. Chennai and Bangalore faced major urban water crisis. Our groundwater levels are falling in many parts of North India, including Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, due to over-extraction for agriculture. Impact on farming. Unpredictable weather, drought, unseasonal rains, heat waves, etc. makes farming very risky. We often hear about farmer distress in the news due to crop failures. Health risks. Longer and more intense heat waves lead to more heat stroke cases. Increased air pollution, especially in North Indian cities during winter, like the severe smog in the Delhi NCR every year around October-November, causes respiratory problems. The government has even had to declare health emergencies and close schools at times. Loss of biodiversity. Changes in climate are threatening India's rich wildlife. For instance, there are concerns about the Himalayan ecosystems, home to animals like the snow leopard, or our coral reefs in the Andaman and Lakshadweep Islands getting bleached due to warmer seas. Our role. What can we, young citizens, do in India? Save water, save electricity, plant trees, reduce, reuse, recycle, say no to single-use plastic, support local and sustainable. Cleanliness is environment friendliness. Thank you.